Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Pastor Jeff welcoming you to a Wednesday update. Once in a while, I'm going to update you, put it on YouTube, Facebook, whatever. And this is the very first edition of the Wednesday update. Next week, it might be the Monday update. I don't know. And but I just want to take a time just to share with you some important news about life at First Assembly of God in East Brewton, Alabama. First of all, don't forget to continue to pray for our worship pastor, Alicia. Alicia Summerlin is our worship pastor, in case you don't attend church here, and she is in the hospital, and she needs some prayer today. And we just believe in God for a touch on her life. If you haven't prayed for Alicia today, would you do so right now? This past Saturday, we had an awesome time of serving our community with our second annual book bag and school supply giveaway. It was a great success. It was raining. It was a dreary day, but we ministered to families in our community and just tried to do our best to share the love of God to them through serving them, through being generous. I believe that the real church is generous. And when I say generous, I don't mean giving out money and paying everybody's bills and things like that, but I'm talking about giving in a way that shows the love of Christ. And we want to do that. Again, we have some very important community service events coming up in the fall that are going to involve bottles of cold water, and we need to have a mountain of about 3,000 bottles of water for these upcoming events that we're going to be having here in the near future. So we need you to go to your store of choice, buy a case, 10 cases of water, bring them, add them to water that's on the stage in the worship facility, and let's serve our community. Don't forget, I want to remind you, this past Sunday, the message in the Sunday morning service was how fear is the enemy of your faith. We talked about those spies that went into the promised land, and they came out and they said, there's giants out there. There's giants in that land. There's great walled cities. We were like grasshoppers. And I just want to remind you, that's what the enemy wants to do. The enemy wants to make you feel too small and too insignificant to do what God has called you to do. Don't you let the enemy have his way. You step out in faith and you walk in faith and you believe God for the things that he's called you to do. As I stated earlier, today is Wednesday. At First Assembly of God on Wednesdays, we have our family night on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock, something for every member of the family. The nursery for those newborns through age 3. Then we have Kids Beat Ministry that does ministry and Royal Rangers and missionettes. And then for our junior and senior high students, we have Pulse Student Ministries with student pastor Chris Summerlin, and then adult Bible study in the main worship center, and that's for all other adults. And tonight in that Bible study, we're going to be talking about the inner life, and we're going to be establishing the reality of the inner life. And here's what I want to tell you. There's an inner you and there's an outer you. And sometimes the two yous are not in agreement with each other. That's the way it is. And we're going to be establishing the reality of the inner you, and inner you equals inner purity equals outer power. And so at 7 o'clock you come be a part of that. Sunday morning we're going to be having a great time. First of all, I want to say thanks to Michelle Green and the praise and worship team for being instant in season and out of season and stepping in this past Sunday and leading us in worship. They did a phenomenal job. We missed Alicia. We missed her mightily, but they did a phenomenal job under difficult circumstances. And this coming Sunday, we don't know if Alicia's going to be able to be back with us in service. Even if she were to get out of the hospital today, it may take her a few days to gain her strength back. So you come prepared to worship. We're going to be having a very special time. A very special guest is going to be with us Sunday morning, and it's just going to be a great time. Right immediately following the Sunday morning service, Rick Coleman, our men's ministry director, needs to meet with all of you men, so don't forget that. Sunday at 5 p.m., we're going to be having our initial El Salvador missions trip meeting. If you think you might even possibly remotely want to be a part of the missions trip to El Salvador in July of 2014, we need you to come and be a part of this meeting Sunday at 5 in the banquet hall, El Salvador. Also want to remind you that, giving is a vital part of being a believer. The Bible teaches us to bring our tithes and offerings into the storehouse in this day of technology, I want you to know there's more than one way that you can do your contributions to First Assembly of God, and you can bring them, to the church house via cash or checks, or you can go online at firstassemblyeb.org, and there you'll find a place that you can do your donating there at the website, or on that same page you will see instructions how you can set your phone up to send your donations in through text messaging. And I would rather you just come to church and bring your tithes and offerings with you. But I know the younger generation, sometimes you don't have checks, sometimes you don't have cash, and sometimes you're not going to make it. You're on vacation, you're at work, you're sick, and whatever, and you want to be faithful with your finances. And so if you'll go to firstassemblyeb.org/donate, firstassemblyeb.org/donate, you will see that button there for making donations, and you'll also see instructions on how to set your cell phone up to do your donating through text messaging. Well, First Assembly of God is the greatest church in the world. I believe that with all of my heart, and we're in a great town that's full of people that we love and we want to minister to. And I want you to know that I consider it a joy and an honor to be your pastor, and I love all of you so very much. God bless you. I hope you have a great day. Looking forward to seeing you tonight at Bible study.